ringing the order at 5:06.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it was scary.
Sounds like it was a big success though.
Yeah, huge. See you all here. Do they even have any on the tables?
Anybody have any changes? I don't. No. Okay, I hear a motion.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Sign the warrants. We got a lot of bills this time because it's the end of the year. You have to encumber anything for,
We will, but I'll have it come out. We don't have to do it yet.
you don't have to do it by now?
Not from the 12th.
Okay. So how did Wayne end up with his budget? You know?
He didn't use anything. These are just separate pages to those. It's the exact same thing, it just has that's going into the 2019 budget. It's the exact same thing.
What is this again?
It's a different cover sheet than the one we just signed.
So we shouldn't sign that one?
Yeah, no, sign the vote.
Why is that?
Because this shows that it's going into like 2019's budget, because it's actually July,
Yeah.
so this one,
But that was July too.
I know, there's one for each. There's 2 sets of warrants, we got one more.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, I see. They're the exact same thing.
Yeah, except one ends in all 2, so she knows which one to pull out.
Oh, under the
I
classification?
Yep.
see. Yeah, I got you.
Well, it shows the page running up in place.
I wasn't following that one.
No.
Every bill, it gets split between the 2, so just make sure these bills.
requirements for the fee system.
Just happens like
You have to sign each one.
it's a split. So
Oh, yeah.
this is the exact same.
Exact same thing?
Yeah. It's just showing which year it's
So
in.
all this is right here?
It's a single box.
Yeah, I think, do we all have to sign the phone bill?
Is that just?
It's just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Anybody get their license, paid for their licenses in this one yet?
They are,
No, I mean, they being paid this time?
yeah, it will be on the July one. These are the premium changes.
Oh, yeah. Now, do I have to sign the change,
That's just to show you. No.
the increase?
No.
You want to look at these, no, these are just the payroll.
Yeah.
But it shows July 1st what their increase is afterwards.
Can you just sign on the next one?
Oh, did you get all the bills?
Yes.
I don't know about it.
He just has the page.
He just has a payroll. You can look at that too. I think Richard Daly was right on that. Did you see the letter from Richard Daly? He was questioning why he wasn't going to the planning board. He read in the,
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, missed who Daley was for a second, yeah, but I think if you read back through the way it's said, it's superseded by the one for the Board of Health. It was originally planning board for all the special permit stuff.
but the aquifer protection bylaw stated that there had to be one for the aquifer protection. And Daly couldn't figure out why he wasn't going to.
But it said, no, it doesn't say the applicant to. It says the special permit comes under the Board of Health for the aquifer protection district. It doesn't say,
But in our aquifer protection thing, it says planning board.
But it can't be, you can't make them go for 2 special permits if it doesn't say, in the bylaw, it says who's responsible is the planning board for all the special permits. And then in that, I guess it wasn't in ours, but in one of those documents, I forget which one, I read them this afternoon, it said for that specific in the district, they had to go to the Board of Health. Board, you wouldn't send 2 different ones. So unless you made both of them review the same one. Because the last letter, the last one of the things that I saw from Lee,
But,
laid it out, that's one, the original.
well, that was, it's like they're looking at 2 different things though. There was a lot of other issues with it other than the aquifer protection. The aquifer protection was like, you know, a different problem,
Yeah.
a different type of problem.
It was, but I think it was just a matter of the way the thing was worded. It took the whole special permit for the Board of Health. That was the way I read it. Well, the way it seemed like I read it when I read the last letter that came from me. About it. I think that's it.
So what do you suggest we do about them dumping the medicine down there?
Well, we don't have any jurisdiction over what they do in their septic system. Except in the special permit,
It says that they're supposed to be,
but it says they're supposed to monitor 2 monitoring wells annually and submit it to us.
right,
They have.
right.
We can make them do that and ask them to monitor for other things besides what, the stuff that they had to monitor for in the special permit wouldn't deal with anything about medicine.
Right, right.
But then the
VOCs and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
VOCs and organic chemicals and other things. That's about all we can do, I think, is make them do that testing and submit the testing to us.
So then ask them to test further if they want.
And, I mean, as far as what they're dumping in there,
Or just ask them to stop dumping that stuff.
well, we don't know for sure they are. Somebody's telling you something, you have to.
Well, they've done
Well, your person who's telling you this needs to call the Board of Health,
it. Okay.
not us. That's kind of the bottom line.
Okay.
Because Water Health's the permit granting authority.
Yeah, Board of Health is the septic system.
So it needs to be a formal complaint with the Board of Health, and then we can.
Or I don't know if they could do it anonymously if they don't want to make a formal written complaint.
Well, I
But
mean, it's not.
No,
whoever has
I don't think
firsthand-
that's an issue. I don't think it's
They're just looking out for the town's water supply.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever
and
has.
then we can address it with them. We can talk to somebody, and maybe if they are dumping stuff, maybe they'd be willing. Hey, we didn't know. They'll
Well,
stop
they-
doing it.
They know.
They must.
You can't do that. That's not, the septic system is only for the waste that's supposed to go through the plumbing. It's
So I
not
can
for-
see it happening, that they've got, I don't know, something left in an IV bag or something, and it getting dumped. I can see that
They're
happening.
supposed to have medical waste, well, like you go to the doctor's office, they have, supposed to
I
have.
mean,
medical waste
houses,
stuff.
people don't know. They put stuff
That,
down.
but that's different for a resident.
Right, but I'm just saying, they could be dumping something they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't know.
Well, look at them.
Or they got a habit of
Then
doing
the
something.
leach field dies.
Yeah,
Please.
seriously, yeah.
well, yeah. If you got something that's antibiotic, it's going to
Yeah.
kill the bacteria in your septic system
Well,
real
that
quick.
and people on chemo now, too, so it's stuff in the
Well,
chemo.
that set off some of the alarms sometimes up with the trash. People are taking bandages off and they put it in the trash, and then when it goes, they have things that pick
Out
up
from the radiation.
from the radiation.
Oh, yeah.
And they reject that whole load, and they have to go through it, and then they find out it's just a bandage, or something. And then, but
Yeah.
people didn't know that they can't dispose of it that way, So,
No, but I mean, the person with first-hand knowledge that it is happening should get a hold of the Board of Health.
okay.
And
I'll
then,
tell them, because they're really concerned about it. Because they're doing it. They do it.
no, then that could, and
They were like,
They
my
absolutely
grandchildren are not drinking this? I go, yeah, if they live in town. Of course they are.
no, supposedly, if you believe the 3-inch thick report that the EIR, what's going out of that septic system is not making it to those wells. Part of what I read in that
Yeah.
was, not in the earlier ones, but they made them do a whole bunch of extra stuff in the final. And they looked at all the
Yeah,
warnings,
they
looked
were
at pump
saying
tests.
it was going toward the river on the other
They were
side.
saying it was going towards the river. They were saying when you ran like 3 different pump tests, and they were monitoring their wells with you pumping for something like 7 days straight over there. And the wells on their site weren't dropping and raising when you were pumping. It's like you stopped pumping, their wells were still going down. It's like they were in the level of where the water is that they're dropping into, you're not pulling out of it from the well because you're deeper. And they've got that layer of till that's in between.
Right.
That's what they're saying. I don't
Yeah. Yeah, there is a layer of clay in between. There's 2 layers of gravel. There's an upper layer of gravel, a layer of clay, and then there's a layer of gravel underneath.
And what they were saying basically was the stuff that's going to be going through the septic system is going to go down, hit that layer of clay, and follow the top of that in the gravel. You might get a little bit seeping through, but it's not going to be going, being pulled through the clay by the pump. It looked like they spent a lot of money to get the answer. Because there was a lot of stuff in that report about that.
All right, so I'll tell this person that they should notify the Board of Health.
Yeah, and I mean, do we want to send something to Life Care and just say, look, it's come to our attention that you were supposed to be monitoring,
Yeah, I think we
annual
should.
monitoring in 2 wells and submitting to the water department, we'd like to see that. I don't know if maybe they did it for 1 year way back and they stopped, or we just say, like it resumed, or, would like the prior year's data submitted and then continue it going forward. Just have something go to them.
I think if they start testing and they're looking for medicines, they're gonna stop putting medicine down there.
Well, and that's the thing, in that letter, we can put also, we would like, given changes in technology, we would like to also check for the presence of like medicine or whatever else. Because I mean, it doesn't necessarily just have to get there by the dumping. When you get medicine, it doesn't all stay in you, it goes through.
Right.
And when it goes through, it goes into the septic system.
Right.
So we can kind of ask for it without accusing them of doing something.
Right. I think we ought to look at the veterinary hospital. We haven't looked at that in a long time, what they're doing with their medicines.
Last time I was in one of the rooms over there, they had, those medical waste things to dump stuff in.
Well, that's good.
Assuming they use them, but.
Yeah, let's check. Maybe one of us should go over there and just talk to them and see if they're doing that. Maybe if we,
Do you want to mail the letter? Send the same type of
Well,
letter?
they don't have to.
Do they have a special
I don't think they.
they don't have to monitor, but we did talk to them about it. And they agreed a long time ago that they wouldn't put medicine down.
They put a new septic in there fairly recently, like within the last 15 years, I think. I wonder if there's anything,
Yeah, they did a repair about 5 years ago. Top of
is
the
that what it
tank.
was?
Top of the tank was rotted out, but I think that was like a premature thing, so they might have added a new system in about 15.
Didn't know if maybe there was anything in there, approval for the septic that required, no medicines going out or something.
But you can't, Title V, you can't dump medicines down.
So you can't-
If it's a Title V system, all it's supposed to go in is normal waste.
So we just send a reminder letter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So we'll write a letter and from the
Or,
law,
if.
remind them that they shouldn't be putting medicine down Title V septic system.
And then is there any other ones in the protection?
Yeah,
The eye
doc.
ophthalmology, that, yeah.
The eye doctor there for the veterinary.
Yeah. Because if we're gonna send something like that,
We should send it to all three of them.
Yeah. So nobody feels they're being
Right, picked on,
singled out.
yeah.
Well, actually, the other interesting thing about life care, back in that, all the documents when they were going through, they were talking about when Chadwick's did their treatment plant.
Yeah, they were gonna tie into it.
Yes, I know, that was in there as part of why, don't worry about all this as much because they were in negotiation with Chadwick.
Yeah, but they never did it.
Might have been too much money to make the plant that much bigger or something that they didn't want to pay.
I think it was difficult to get to it. Because you would have cross the river or gone down Main
Yeah, I
Street.
think
and
you
then-
probably would have gone out Manley Street and down.
Yeah, quite a run.
Yeah, quite a run, and that plant wasn't that big, it probably was a big increase in cost.
All right, so you wanna put something together, Kerry, and
Mhm.
we'll review it and send it off to these people? Do you have, you didn't do anything with the rate sheet yet, did you?
I have it, I have it for today, I just didn't make copies of it because I didn't know if anyone wanted to add stuff to it. I only have one copy, I can make copies of it.
You want to just email it out?
Yeah, I can do that.
We'll talk about it at the next meeting, so we get a chance to look at it
Look
first.
at it.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. So we got all the bills signed for you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else that
I do not.
needs to be taken care of?
Mhm.
Do you have anything else you want to discuss?
First, did the ad, that we, for the hire, did it actually go out, or we
I
still?
think he was waiting till the fiscal meeting before he did that. So no, I know I have to cut out.
Anything? Okay, can I hear a motion to adjourn?
Any motion?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.